What's good? What's good? Ah, say it ain't so. Man, we got a series tonight, man. Salute, Cheyenne. Salute, man. Indiana's no fluke, man. Indiana's no fluke, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna drop the link. Let me break down some shit first, before I start letting people up. Cause I wanna break down this game, man. OKC's got their hands full. Oh yeah, cause they proved they belong, man. Game 3, the Pacers take care of home court. You got to beat the Pacers, bro. Nothing easy, man. You gonna sweat this one out. Ooh wee. They turned up. Yeah. Let's get into this, man. So as you guys see, as the thumbnail of this video indicate, Myles Turner with the clutch defensive play, right? Myles Turner is going to be huge for these teams. I know, we're going to get into the numbers, but, fuck the numbers. His impact is desperately needed. And look, check this out, right? Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this real quick. Okay. This is the Thunder starters, man. Now, Chet was more aggressive coming into this game. He was more into it. This is the most active I've seen him. He didn't really shoot the ball well, but he had 20 points, 10 rebounds, 0 of 6 from 3, 6 to 15. That's no bueno, right? But I did think he came with the energy and effort tonight. You know what I mean? He was aggressive, which is what you need from him. It's better than not being involved enough. Jalen Williams came to play, 26 points. You know what I'm saying? 7 rebounds, 1 or 2 from the 3 ball, 9 to 18 for the field. He was pretty damn good tonight, right? SGA, right? 24 points, not bad. 24 points, 8 rebounds, 9 of 20, not bad. 1 of 3. But he didn't have one of those nights, right? This wasn't one of those ones like he had the game before, right? So they were able to bother him a little bit and affect him a little bit, right? Mainly changed up the coverage. They didn't let him get a lot of easy points going downhill like they did the last game. So they kind of neutralized him on that aspect. I expect him to bounce back and play a little bit better. Take a look at Lou Dort. Lou Dort, your defensive menace, 12 points, 4 rebounds, 4 of 5, 3, 4 of 8. So Lou Dort was pretty damn good. Casey Wallace, I felt like he struggled a little bit. Still gave you about 7 points, right? But look at the Pacers, man. Look at the Pacers. The Pacers number. I had the Pacers stats up here. Let's see. Give me a second, y'all. Find the Pacers numbers up here. Give me 1 second, y'all. Can't believe I ain't got the Pacers stats up here yet. Because the Pacers starters did their thing, yo. Gotta check this out. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Bada bing, bada bing. Get this up here on the screen, man. All right, man. Siakam, 22 minutes, 21 points, bro. Pretty damn good. 6 rebounds, 8 of 14 from the field. Naismith kind of struggled this game. 7 points, 1 of 2, 3 of 5. Committed some bad fouls. You know what I'm saying? Nembhard, really good defense out there. 8 points, 4 rebounds, 1 of 2, 3 of 5. Myles Turner was 3 for 11. Didn't really have the offensive game going. 9 points, but like I said, with the key blocks and the key defensive plays down the stretch on Holmgren. I mean, I'm talking about one-on-one defense, bro. Man to man, bro. You know, forcing him into bad shots. You know what I'm saying? Deflection. Shit like that wins the game. Tyrese Halliburton doing his thing. Hit a clutch 3, right? 22 points, 11 assists, 9 boards from your point guard. That's a terrific stat line right there. 4 of 8 from the 3, 9 of 17 from the field. So what's impressive about Halliburton, right, is that he knows he can't just play make in this series. He has to be active. He has to score, right? So that 22 points, that'll do it. That 22 points right there, if they can get him between at least 20 to 22, 23 points per game, they got a chance. They got a chance to win this series. He has to score. You can't have like 9 points in the series. You have to score. So that right there is key to them winning, right? So let's see. Pacers bench. Now, scroll down, right? You got 10 from TJ McCollum. Obi Toppin with a huge putback dunk. You know what I'm saying? 4 of 9 from the field, 7 rebounds, and this is off the bench, right? 10.5 assists for TJ McCollum, who was big, came in with energy and really aggressive, right? Mathurin, y'all. Mathurin, him and Myles Turner, in my opinion, deserve the game ball. Check this out, bro. 27 points off the bench. That'll do it, right? So he's helping Tyrese Halliburton, right? He's helping the starters. 2 of 3 from 3-point range, 9 of 12 from the field, bro. That's what you call stepping up in big moments. Stepping up and being accounted for, bro. That man is a beast, bro. 27 off the bench. Team effort, man. Team basketball, right? So let's go through it. Team stats. From the field, The Pacers shot a better field goal percentage from the field. Like I said, they were in attack mode. The Thunder, a little bit off this game, especially from the field and the free throw line, right? A little bit off. They have to hit their free throws in crunch time, man. They have to. As you can see right there, the Thunder outshot the Pacers from the three. Right? Now, rebounds, the Thunder did their thing. 34 defensive rebounds to the Pacers 29. But look at the assists, y'all. Look at the assists from the Pacers. 24 assists to the Thunder's 16. Right? So this is when the Pacers are at their best, when they're moving the ball, they're sharing the ball, and they're getting up tempo. Right? The blocks favored the Pacers. They were more active defensively. 4 blocks to 11 blocks, y'all. 13 steals to 6 steals, y'all. Right? And they getting out and running too. 17 fast break points for Indiana, shoving this shit down your throat. Pause. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna do it, man. Let me bring my man Cheyenne up there, bro. Cheyenne, bring your ass up here. You wanted the link? I dropped the link. Come on in, dog. Hey, pause, bro. But the Pacers, the thing that's keeping them in the game, right? The thing that's keeping them in the game is their relentlessness. See, there was one play where Halliburton shot the three, right? He missed it. SGA he's tired. He's like, shit, I'm just gonna stand here. Halliburton goes in, gets his own board, bro. These dudes are exhausted because these guys keep attacking. That's something that is not really going to show up in the stat sheet. They keep coming. This is why the Pacers are dangerous, and this is why Thunder's fans have to be a little bit concerned, right?
So
They have to be concerned and worried a little bit. The
so
series
KB.
is what's up? What's up? The series is not over, but they have to be concerned because every time they push the lead up, the Pacers find a way to cut into it. These dudes have no fear. They have no conscience. They don't care how many points you're up. They do believe they can come back on anybody in the NBA. They have a leader who's closing game. Halliburton, to me, bro, it's time to call him a superstar. I know people don't want to because of the shoes and the marketing and all that. It's time to call this dude the superstar. He is a superstar point guard. Not because of the numbers necessarily, but because how the offense runs around him. He's orchestrating this shit. He really is, bro. And you have to salute him for this. So, Cheyenne, what's good? What's good, CC Motion?
Man, how you guys doing?
What's good? What you got?
Man, like I watched this game and for the first three like quarters, right? OKC actually got the Pacers where they wanted. Like because like OKC was getting like every bucket they wanted, especially at the paint. Like Miles Turner was like struggling to like defend like Jalen Williams, Harkenstein, Shea.
Hmm.
Like everyone was just driving past him. Like and I said this man, like I was at Carcino's chat and I said, dog, if Miles Turner did not show up for this series, they're not gonna win.
Yeah.
Like okay, like okay, Halliburton's gonna have his game. I know he's gonna have his like 20 or 10 assists. Like all Halliburton needs to do is get 10 plus assists. They can win this series. Like he will get his 20, but he just needs to get 10 plus assists. He'll be fine with that. I can live with that.
But I don't know if you can pencil him in for 20. He gonna have to earn that.
No, no, I get it. Like 20 to 25 points with 10 assists, he has to get around there.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
My thing with Tyrese is I don't focus him on the points. I just need him to give me 10 assists, 10 plus
Well,
assists.
well, I disagree with you right there. The reason why you got to focus on the points is because OKC's defense.
No, no,
They
that's true.
need they need Tyrese to score and not score like he don't have to drop 30 or nothing like that, but they
He
do
needs to
need
get
him.
like those efficient like 20 or 30 like you. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, but in a certain way. When he's breaking down the defense and he's a scoring threat, they collapse,
Like my only thing
right?
with Tyrese is just like I want him to focus on getting to the rim more. Like when the lane is there, just get in there.
And that's the thing. When he drives, they collapse. That opens up opportunities. If he's a scoring threat, that's opening up opportunities for everybody else because they're like, oh shit, like this dude
Because
is a threat.
because I felt like okay, even though OKC had control of the game, right, the first 3 quarters, I felt like Indiana kind of beat themselves, like especially in the first quarter, like every they was out of sorts, especially Tyrese. I'm like, dog, y'all need to just get to the rim. OKC, dog, they're not playing their double lineups.
Yeah, because
So
because they really can't. Because Siakam is a mismatch.
wait, is that a reason why they can't go with their double lineups?
Siakam, those guys ain't quick enough. Like some of the like Hartenstein and everything
You mean
is not quick.
they're not putting Chet on Siakam? Like because I mean Chet is a bit quicker than Harkenstein. Like
Yeah, but Siakam, he's strong, bro. Like he's aggressive, he's strong, and so they're trying to figure out ways to match up with him. They just don't have a matchup for him.
because my thing is I felt they didn't really use the double lineup. Like okay, just say if you're up by 10, right? If you up by 10 or 15 like game one, right? Then like
Hmm.
when you had that big lead, right? Then you put your double lineup and see what you can do with that. Control the pace.
Yeah.
Instead
What's
they
up,
like
big dog?
oh sup big dog. Like instead they want to go with the quick like their normal like their new five starting five in the finals, right? Like
Yeah.
you can like change your adjustments in the first game. Like I've never seen that before. You're literally playing right into Indiana's hands.
Yeah, when you go small, you are.
Like
And
no
that's
no
the
what I'm
that's
trying
what
no
that's
I'm trying to say like okay like my game one, right? Game one I would have gone with the double bit lineup and see how that works. If that don't work, then I will go with like my smaller lineups that he just did in game one. Like you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like I felt he rushed so early. Like he literally just threw a different lineup in game one and say that oh let's try this. Like you're literally playing into Indiana's hands.
Yeah, and see
Even
that's
though
that's the that's the
like
that's the dilemma. That's the dilemma that they have. Like that's a huge problem for their coach, Dutton, because uh what's his name? Dagenhall? Is Dagenhall?
yeah,
That's the dilemma that he has, right? You want to slow down the game, so do
when
you
you
put
up,
in Hartenstein? Do you put in
I would have put
Hartenstein?
I would have put Harkenstein at the five, right? You sit Chet down. This is what I would do if I were OKC. I will put Chet. I will sit Chet down in the final minutes. You know why? No, he was worn down in the final minutes, like the last 5 minutes. Like you seen Miles Turner block two of his shots.
Yeah,
Like
he blocked him
like
before that too.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was worn. He's starting to get worn down. Like he can't get nothing going. That's why I was like, okay, you sit Chet down. You bring Harkenstein in to like protect the rim because that's you need a rim protection.
Well, not only that, they need to stop turning over the ball, right?
Oh yeah, the one once I saw the 18 turnovers, I'm like, okay, excuse me. Then Indiana like have this game.
Indiana's
That's,
gonna beat you. They're gonna beat you off fast break points. So that's a formula for them to win. They want to run. So the thing is that you slow down the game, but you got to take care of the ball. They pushing the shit. They're running this shit down their throats, bro. Pause.
Like because if you're OKC, you want to slow the pace down. I don't think OKC want to go with a track meet with Indiana. That's recipe for disaster.
So let me read this comment from CC Motion real quick. He says OKC needs me right now. Huh? I'll be the best water boy ever. What? I whispered to Shay. What? Cough, cough, fake Kobe. What? I ain't saying nothing just to inspire him. Yeah, I mean, the Kobe talk needs to die down.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. It's like before the finals, I'm like they're trying to bring up the OKC Thunder as the new Warriors. Like they're trying to pump this. Oh, are they gonna be the new dynasty? And then you bring shit up with the Kobe talks, and I'm like, dog, pump that shit down. Let them earn. Let them go out there and perform. And then if we
well, the
win,
problem is, let me. They always use Kobe as somebody who they want to compare
I mean, and
people
just
to.
Kobe. Right now, they're throwing Steph's name in there. It's like, oh, are we going to
Well,
find the
well,
next Steph Curry? Are we going to find the next Warriors? I'm like, let
but
you
check,
gotta let this team do it.
but check this out. Check this out. Right? They always pick Kobe as the guy to disrespect because they want to replace Kobe with somebody. Let's
I
keep it
mean, we
real,
already
right?
know they. I mean, we already
So
know they're gonna do this.
yeah, but
Like
but this is the thing, right? So SGA plays point guard. So his responsibilities on this floor is, I mean, he's got similar responsibilities of early Kobe, but he's a point guard. So why are they comparing him to Kobe? Because he has the skill set, right? But you have to win, right? You can't you can't elevate somebody and they haven't done anything yet. And this is the danger of giving, like, nowadays basketball fans just want to hand shit to God.
I'm not.
You
I'm not even going that far. I'm just saying, like, let these guys play, and if you win, then okay, let's talk about if they can win
but that's
another
but that's what I'm talking
They're
about. I'm
not
talking
gonna do
about
that. We know they're not
but
gonna
I'm
do it.
but listen, I'm talking about Indiana, right? They
Yeah.
haven't, you can't look past Indiana. And that's what a lot of the people in the media and a lot of these fans done. They
And
say,
you
"Oh
got,
well, Shay's gonna win automatically. Oh, the Thunder in control. They go, hold on,
you
hold
know,
on."
you know how many minutes Indiana led in the first two games.
How many?
The first two games itself, they only led for a minute and 30 seconds, and the series is tied.
Mm,
1 minute and 30 seconds. Have you seen this before in the history of the NBA?
yeah,
A team led a minute 30 seconds, and the series is tied 1-1. I mean, right now it's 2-1, but I'm just saying within the first two games. I've never seen anything like that before in my times that I watched basketball.
you're dealing with a team that's very confident. You cannot look past your opponent.
Like my thing with OK is I view them as like a front running team. Like they can blow you off the building, but their main problem is but all season I've been saying this is down the stretch. Like their problem when playing down the stretch is like they
This screen
like you
has
know how you
COVID.
said like you know how you were talking about SGA that he needs to learn how to be more effective off the ball.
Yeah,
That's what I'm trying to say with like down the stretch. It's like they're trying to play too much 1-on-1 with like Shea and Jalen Williams. I'm like, why are you playing 1-on-1? Dog, you're playing right into their hands. That's what they want you to do. Play 1-on-1.
yeah. I mean,
It's same
I,
way with game one I was watching down the stretch.
yeah, yeah. I mean, but this Indiana team, bro. One thing they've proven they'll walk you down.
Oh no, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That no,
Yeah, he
no
disagreed.
when I say they are front running teams, okay, yeah, they can blow their opponents.
What's up, Kev?
Sure, they beat Denver. But one thing you can get away with Denver is Denver's lack of depth. So when you go into a 7 game series, you can wear Denver down because OKC got a bench. Indiana, I don't think you can do that.
Well,
Like
Indiana, they don't quit.
That's
And
what
they've
I'm
got
saying.
more.
I'm
They
yeah,
got better offensive weapons.
that's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to. That's why I'm like that time. I told Kelvin that OKC has to win these close games. If they can't win a close game, they're not winning the championships. Championships, like you have like to win a championships, you have to win close games. My Warriors had to win close games in 2015. Even though we blew out opponents, we knew how to close games. 2016, we didn't finish off in Game 7. That was on us. But most of our championship teams, we have to close games.
You got to take care of the ball.
Take care of the ball. Like I felt like OKC, like they just collapsed.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they're playing a team that's together. No matter when you see Halliburton, his leadership, and like when you see his leadership when they're losing, he's rallying his guys. They never lose confidence. They're like, he's like, we're right there. We just need to do this. We just need to get stops. We're right there, guys. We're right there. And those guys are drawing. They're connected. They're drawing off the energy of their leader. So you got to give it up to Halliburton's leadership, the coach, Rick Carlisle, right? These guys are battle tested and they're ready. So OKC, they're being tested right now. Okay, where's
Yeah,
your resolve?
like OKC, this game 4 is gonna tell them the resolve. Like, oh, I watched the Denver series. Like, they closed that series. But I'm talking about when you're in the NBA Finals, right? And when you don't get like, okay, it's like this game. Okay, the refs did a great job officiating this game. They actually let both teams play tonight. Like they weren't letting Shea like usually get those some of those like whistle that he gets, but they officiate the way they did tonight. And it's like, look, you can't like this is a thing OKC will have to learn. You gotta play straight up basketball. Don't expect the referees or anyone else to bail y'all out. This game 4 on Friday, if y'all don't win, or if you don't win any game in Indiana, the series is over.
Oh yeah, you got to win on the road to win a chip.
Yeah,
But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I felt that game 1 OKC blew themselves. They blew that game. Like these
but you
kinds of
but
games.
you but you but you got to look at it like this. Look how many legends from Indiana were in the audience, were in the crowd.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Reggie
you
Miller,
the
Mark
legends
Jackson
show
was there.
up, right?
Hmm.
And see, there's a certain amount of energy that you get from being a home team. And then the legends show up to give them that extra support and motivation. This team is on a mission to make history. So these guys realize, hey, we're always right there. Every time OKC, and this is the problem with OKC. I think the problem with OKC is game one. They let
That's
the
what I'm saying.
Pacers, they let the Pacers realize, yo, we could come back on these dudes. Right? That game one loss was a killer because then they gained confidence. No matter how much we're down, we could come back.
This is
It's
what
possible.
Indiana does to teams. I have a lot of YouTuber content creators to say OKC in fire, OKC is sweet. I'm like, are y'all sure that's the case? Because
But
I don't
look,
see that way.
listen, this is what being a superstar is all about. We kind of got away from that within the
Yeah,
last couple of
game
years.
four, game four, Shay, this on you.
Being a superstar, right? All of those guys on the Pacers know all we got to do is keep the game close.
Look,
We got a star who's going to close this shit out.
and it's not
That's
just that.
all you need.
And it's not just that. Indiana is playing like they have nothing to lose. Like, let's be honest. Like, they have nothing to lose. Everyone is rooting against them. OKC, you won 68 games. Everyone told y'all that you couldn't come out of the West because y'all was young, and you did that, right? But right now, the big dogs that were in the West before y'all, they're not there. So it's your time to actually put a stamp in Game 4. Because that's it. If y'all lose Game 4, I don't see y'all coming back from 3-1.
Well, here's the thing, right? They're a 68 win team, right? So when you win
But
68 games, you can't count them out. You know what
No,
I'm
no, no.
saying? They won
No,
six.
I'm not cutting them out. I'm saying when you like, I'm talking about game four. You have to. It's a must win.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I think they're looking at every game as a must win at
Yeah,
this
that's what
point.
like because like the thing with OKC is like okay, like when they had in the beginning when they were like leading by like 9 points, right?
Hmm.
They really should have taken control. I really thought Indiana was gonna lose by like 20 or 25 points. I really thought that.
Talking about tonight.
Yeah, like earlier in the game,
Yeah,
it felt
yeah.
like an OKC blowout.
But 9 points is nothing to Indiana.
Oh yeah, it's nothing to them, but I'm just saying with how OKC's defense has been playing on them the whole series, like, cause this they're going against the best defense in the NBA. It's not like Cleveland where you could like expose like Garland and Mitchell on their mismatches. It's not like the Knicks where you can you can target Brunson or Cat.
Well, they have to realize when momentum changes,
Hmm.
the Pacers kind of ride that wave of momentum.
Like I
So
said, for Indiana to win this series, it's gonna come. Okay, Tyrese Halliburton. Oh yeah, he need to get his 20 and 10. He keep that consistent. Siakam will get his. The one that I really really need to step up is Miles Turner. And I said this before the series. If Miles Turner
I think he
could
did step up.
no, he step up in the fourth quarter. But I'm saying like if they really want to win this,
But in the other games, he stepped up too. He hit big shots, the big threes to cut the lead.
I'm not talking about the offense. Defensively,
Yeah.
like he would have to get he would have to be like that fourth quarter where he starts shot blocking players. Like he need to be that in the fourth, in this remaining of the series. If he can get to some of that, I got Indiana winning this. Like it's gonna come down to Miles Turner and their defense for Indiana. Like they have to make it difficult for Shea, and the way to stop limit Shea, right? Have you noticed in game one, Shea's like weakest point is to like drift him to the left side.
Yeah.
Like you get like he starts getting uncomfortable when you when you drift him, and like I was like watching Cino and he said the same thing. It's like when you drift him to the left and he start to like hit
Yeah, he's
this.
less effective.
Yeah, like if I'm the Pacers defense, I need to focus on that. That's the most important. Like
Well,
make him.
they took away his bread and butter. His bread and butter is one on one. So
Yeah,
usually, like when in the last game, he was able to do whatever the fuck he wanted to do. He went high pick and roll. They they were fucking up on a high pick and roll, and he was able to get downhill and go pretty much one on one. And so you can't let him score with ease like that. You have to be on him in his face. Make him give up the ball, right? You make him give up the ball and you limit his scoring opportunities because he's the head of the snake. He's averaging like, bro, if you look at his numbers, they're talking about he's comparable to Michael Jordan, like those type of numbers, that type of efficiency. You can't let him continue to play that way. You have to take that away from him
actually, that's
because
another. Yeah, you can
you
go
said
ahead. My bad. You can go
what
ahead.
were you gonna say?
No, I'm going to say that that's another hit to the snake, and that's
What's up,
Jalen.
E Dog?
That's Jalen Williams. If you restrict him, they can win. Like Indiana, like because whenever Jalen Williams goes crazy, like OKC looks unbeatable.
Well, look, check this out. So when Shea goes to the bench, those are the minutes that the Pacers capitalize on because they're like, shit, Shea's on the bench right now. Let's
Uh-huh.
cut this lead or let's extend this lead while he's out. Right? They're making the best of those minutes where Shea gets his rest. And then the game plan when he comes back in, just make it hard on him. He's gonna score, but just make it hard on him and make him turn him into a playmaker. Make him make decisions. Have him second guessing himself. Force him to the left, like you said, which is a good observation. Force him to the left side. where he's least effective. Jalen Williams, I don't believe if Jalen Williams scores a lot, they're gonna win. If Shea doesn't get his 30, I don't think they're gonna
No,
beat
no,
the
I mean,
Pacers.
no, I mean like he still can get his like 25, 30. But my thing is that I've watched OKC like especially against the Warriors. When we take away like when we shut like Jalen Williams down, we actually won our games. Like when he goes off, man, we can't like stop OKC. Yeah, of course, Shea can't be bad. Like game three against Denver, where he played bad and Jalen Williams like showed up. But there needs to be a balance. Like you
But
see,
they're
like
they're also they're also wearing him out. They're attacking him defensively.
oh,
They're putting
Williams.
him in situations. No, Shea.
Oh yeah, they
Defensively,
threw him. Yeah,
the,
yeah.
yeah, they're attacking him. So they're they're wearing him down. That like if you look at OKC tonight, a lot of times, a lot of the plays they look like, damn, bro, these niggas just keep coming. That aggressiveness that they're playing with and that intensity, like there was one play where there was a turnover. I think it was a turnover, and Siakam came and immediately tried rushed the rim and tried to dunk over the defense. He gave them no time. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, yeah,
he's
yeah. Oh
pushing the
yeah,
pace,
I loved that. I
and
wish
that's how
I,
you.
I wish he made that dunk. That would be that would be the sports center.
But that's how you play these dudes. You don't give them time to set up their defense.
You know,
What?
you know which play actually changed the game.
Which one?
Remember after the who made the bucket after and then was after the bucket, I think it was CJ McConnell. Like he immediately stole the ball away from Caruso from the inbound, and he just scored a layup.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That changed the game. That was when Indiana had momentum. First
Yep.
three, the first three quarters, they were playing under OKC's pace of play. It wasn't Indiana's game until the fourth quarter.
And look, if you get that 27 from Matherin off if you could get Matherin to score off the bench, especially if he's giving you fucking 27, he ain't gonna do that every night.
No, no, but
But
I think
if
they would need Nemhart to have one of these games.
yeah, Nemhart's gonna have to hit buckets and what's the other dude's name? Naismith. Naismith was a little in foul trouble and things like that. But
Oh, they threw Siakam, Naismith, and Nemhart like three fouls. I'm like, you
oh
kidding
yeah,
me? In the first half, I'm like, no, they was like D'ing Shea up, and I'm like, is this a foul? I'm
that's
like,
how you
come
got to
on,
do it.
bro. You got the first round. I was watching the Warriors Rockets. So you can hackle step like pull him sideways, backwards, throw him. So you can
Yeah,
throw him at the bin or out of bounds. But you do this, you should not. Beep beep.
yeah. I
I'm
mean,
like,
I'm
yeah, you gotta be kidding me with that.
yeah, he's getting the benefit of the whistle on some of these calls, but they're just making it tough on him. They're throwing extra bodies on him. They're letting him see different defenders. They're throwing different looks at him, and they're forcing him into the weaker part of his game. But he like if you watch how these dudes are playing, bro, the Pacers are playing with so much swag and confidence, bro. Matherin came out that bitch, and he's just getting them up. He's just getting them up, man. And that's how you got to do. You need guys to attack and put the pressure on these guys and get them in transition. So it was a good game, man. It was a good game from start to finish.
Man, I thought Indiana was gonna collapse, but until they showed up, like I think it was CJ McConnell. He's the player of the game to me.
Really, I thought it was Matherin, bro.
Oh
Matherin
no,
27.
the reason I say CJ McConnell is like because he's the one who rallied the troops in the second quarter with the bench. Like they was down, like
Yeah,
everything wasn't like hitting right for them. Like
yeah.
it seems they were out of sorts. It seems they're about to get blown out again.
His
Like
aggressiveness.
once you step in and started like getting to the rim, I'm like,
Yeah,
yes, that's how you do it. Because like that Halliburton, he was. I mean, like in the beginning, he wasn't trying to get to the rim like later in the game. Like that was the only thing missing for Indiana. I thought attack the rim.
But remember, the careless pass from Caruso was a momentum killer, right? Like
That's the reason.
that
That's the reason.
yeah, that turnover it shifted everything. And so the Thunder have to take care of the ball against this
They
team.
turned how many times? 18, right?
Um, let me see. Let me take a look at turnovers. Who's this? Oh, this is Big Dog. I'll let Big Dog in here while I look that
What's
up.
up, big dog?
What you got,
Hey,
Big Dog?
hey, what's good, fellas? I'm just gonna be on here like a couple minutes. I want to say first salute to Indiana Pacers. They played some great defense today. They controlled the pace of the game. I felt like, and they beating the big bad Thunder, man. They doing their thing, man.
They wearing their ass down, bro. Them dudes look tired.
Yeah, they controlling the pace of the game. And like I said, they brought the intensity on defense. And I was watching the game. I thought that the team switched jerseys. I thought that was OKC wearing the Pacers jerseys when they was playing defense.
They all over them niggas, dog.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I
They
got a
all
question.
over them
I got a
niggas.
question.
What you say?
I got a question.
What's up?
Where do y'all rank this Pacers bench among all time? This
You gotta,
Pacers
you
bench
got,
like
All
you got
time?
I gotta,
bench
gotta
pros.
relax. They gotta finish.
No,
They
no,
Yeah,
gotta
no,
yeah. I
relax.
don't
no,
know about all time. They
They
ain't
gotta
that
no,
good,
no,
relax.
no.
man.
I know, no. I don't mean like they are. I'm not saying they're better than the top five. I'm saying like the
Yeah,
latest
man,
five.
they better than the '86 Celtics bench.
No, no, no. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. No, okay, no, okay, okay. No, no, okay. My bad. My wrong question. Is this the best bench you've seen since 2016 Warriors bench? Like, just by that part?
I mean, you had the Denver Nuggets had a good bench.
Because I think this bench is better than that Denver's bench in 23.
You gotta relax.
Mm,
You gotta relax,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
No,
I
no.
don't
I
know.
mean the Warriors. I mean the
You gotta,
Warriors. No, no, no,
you
no,
gotta,
no, no, no. I know.
you
But
gotta
I mean
finish
the
the job,
Warriors.
man.
I mean the Warriors didn't win like 2016. So I'm just saying like I know. I'm talking just the bench. Like, where would y'all rank that? Just okay. Like within the last 10 years. How about that? Like,
They gotta
let's.
finish the job, man. They gotta finish the job before I start doing all that.
Oh, okay, okay.
So,
Yeah.
so, so check this out, right? You asked about the total turnovers. OKC actually forced more turnovers, right? With 19, 19 to the Pacers 14. The Pacers were just able to run, bro. Like the difference is they're scoring off those turnovers.
Indiana's key it comes down to ball security. That's the only
Look,
thing that.
No,
look at the.
The Thunder had 19 turnovers. I thought.
Oh
No,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, my fault.
uh,
So check this out. So check this out, right? Yeah, you're right, big dog. Check this out. The steals. Look at the steals. Look at the steals, dog.
yeah, by
13 to
plus
6.
seven, plus seven,
Bro, 13 steals to 6?
and look at the assists too. 24 to 16.
Exactly. That's Pacers
Six,
basketball.
16 assists ain't gonna cut it.
That's Pacers. Now the Thunder made more of an effort to get on the defensive boards because I think the Pacers that's another way they kill you. They get on the defensive boards, right? But
Mhm.
that 13 steals, bro, and then you're running that and that's what we're talking about, like that momentum, right? Sloppy basketball. It leads to buckets. That's the ball game because the Pacers look at the 3-point shots, right? They weren't shooting that well from three.
There was some open shots that just didn't hit.
Yeah, they weren't shooting, bro. They weren't the Thunder outshot them from three.
No, actually, the no, no, not yeah, 10 or 22. Yeah, like if you go by percentage wise.
Yeah, they outshot them from three. The
Hey,
the def, the Pacers were getting easier baskets.
hey, I was just gonna say this. Me and KB was talking behind the scenes earlier today, and I'm gonna do a live stream. It's gonna be a Tracy McGrady Appreciation Live. We haven't decided the date yet, but we're going to do a Tracy McGrady appreciation live, man. 'Cause I think a lot of people forget about the greatness of Tracy McGrady. And so we're going to do that. I just don't know the date, y'all, but y'all be on the lookout for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, y'all go subscribe to Big Dog Talk Sports as well. He's been making some good content over on his channel. And also behind the bench sports network. That's where you also can find us and our basketball analysis on that channel, man. We got some good shit coming down in the works. And
So
I
might
mean,
go live on that channel and do the Tracy McGrady. I don't know.
yeah, we can put some content out there for the people.
Yeah,
But
we're gonna do it on the night where it's not a finals game playing because you want to talk about the finals game, but I want to separate it, so Tracy McGrady get his shine. And
yeah,
I'm gonna do other lives too, man, because I feel like the media today only talk about two people, LeBron and Michael. Like there was other great
LeBron,
players,
LeBron.
so
Wait, they didn't talk about Game 3, or did they just like talk about LeBron? Because I didn't check. I didn't check. I didn't watch first take like that.
I don't watch it either.
Yeah, I
yeah.
started watching
Uh,
first take after like 2022. Like
so I want y'all to think about something, right? The Thunder should be up 3-0 right now.
that's what I said. Like I've said this.
if
Like
if
I've
hey,
said this in one of the chat. Like when like on two Raws video like someone said the Thunder is messing up. I said the Thunder really should be up 3-0.
yeah, they should be up 3-0 right now, man.
When you're a 68 win team, right? You don't.
You
You
won,
hardly.
bro.
They're not supposed to blow games
And,
like
and you
this.
just built the other team's confidence to where they really believe, like, yo, we can stick with these guys instead of that. Because I think what was the Thunder up in game one, like 20,
No, 15 with
15?
like
Well, that's
nine
yeah.
minutes left in the game, like that.
When you lose a lead like that, that team starts gaining confidence and they believe that they can run you out the building. They believe that, hey, Halliburton can take us home if we just keep the game close. These dudes, they're gonna start making mistakes and allowing us back in the game. The momentum is going to shift in our favor at some point.
Halliburton's like your fourth quarter guy. I said this. Indiana is a second half team. As
So
long
so so let me ask Big Dog this. Big Dog,
Yo,
has Halliburton arrived as a superstar in your opinion?
he 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 getting there. He getting there.
Because because when we think about a superstar, right? And I know he's in a small market. He don't have the shoes and the marketing behind him like that. But his game, bro, like he's really controlling these games.
I enjoy
Yeah.
his game actually. Like
I think he's there.
what the true
I
point guard position isn't it bringing that back?
Yeah,
Like
definitely,
I
man. He
feel
had
like
11 assists, man.
like in my years of watching the NBA, like I started watching like 2012, right? Like I haven't watched too much like true point guard play, like how you guys watched back in the
Oh, you
days.
missed out.
Yeah, I missed out too much. So like the only time, only ones I truly watched about true point guard was probably like Chris Paul, and then now like
Yeah.
probably Halliburton, like just those two. Because a lot of
Hell,
them is like Steph and all the other players, they're all like two guards.
Rondo,
Yeah,
Rondo.
Rondo. Yeah,
You had
Rondo is
J Kidd.
really J Kid. I don't think I watched too much J Kid, like because I missed out so much.
Man, you better go
But
back and watch Jason Kidd.
yeah, like because I watched a lot of like I watched Rondo, I watched like CP3, and then now I'm watching Halliburton, like like the true point guards, like just like distributing the basketball, and that's why like when the media say was like getting at Tyrese, I'm like, dog, I don't expect. Okay, of course, this series they may need him to score 20, but in general, like we don't expect him to always drop 20. What we expect him is to give us 10 assists,
Hey,
Yeah,
Chris
like feeding
Paul,
the ball
Chris,
to his team.
hey, KB, Chris Paul, Rondo, and New York Knicks Raymond Felton.
yeah. Raymond Felton for the Knicks.
Yeah,
True
Knicks
point
Raymond
guard.
Felton. before the
And
trade.
look, Derrick Rose.
Yeah, D
Derrick Rose
Rose.
was a true point guard.
Oh, I thought he was more of a two.
Nah, Derrick Rose was a point guard.
Oh, I didn't
And
know
he
that. I
was
thought I
and
thought he
he
was
was
more.
really oh go ahead, my fault.
I thought he was more of a two because because he would take his mid range and then sometimes he would slash to the basket.
Yeah, but he wasn't much of a scorer like that. He wasn't scoring on that level. He was more,
Oh,
playmaking and stuff. He
oh
had a
yeah.
score
Now
when
that I think about it, yeah, he wasn't doing like that, like scoring that much. He was. Oh yeah. Now I get. I know what you mean.
how about John Wall?
Oh yeah. I think yeah. John Wall was a true point guard. Yeah. John Wall.
Yeah.
Hey, he's
You know what
still
I'm
in the
saying?
league, by the way.
Yeah. It's like I don't think I watched too much like true point guards compared to your days when you watched like Big Dog. When you started watching the NBA?
Well, I say I started watching it, really understood
the
what was
the
going on. I
60s.
say 90, 91.
Okay. Okay. So you probably seen a bit of Magic, Isaiah, and those guys, right?
Well, I
Stockton,
call it like the tail end of Magic, like when I actually knew
okay,
what was going
Stockton.
on. But like, far as like point guard, great point guards, I saw Kidd, I saw Gary Payton, um, I
Penny
saw Rod
Hardaway,
Strickland, Penny Hardaway, Tim Hardaway. You know what I'm saying? I saw some great point guards in my day.
Damon Stoudemire,
He was a baller too. Damon Stoudemire,
Mark
Is Kevin
Jackson,
is
Terry
Kevin
Porter,
Johnson a point
Kevin
guard? Or is he
Johnson.
like two guard?
Kevin Johnson. He's a scoring point guard,
Scoring point guard.
mostly.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kevin
Kevin
Johnson.
Johnson. John Stockton, of course.
Yeah, okay,
Mark
yeah.
Price.
hmm
Um,
You
Steve
know what?
Terrell
Francis,
Brandon was
Stephon
solid.
Marbury,
Yeah,
You know
Terrell Brandon was solid.
Baron
you know
Davis,
Jamal Tinsley. He had a few years.
hmm
what's impressive about
Jaron
Hakeem?
Williams.
Andre Miller.
Yeah, it was a bunch of them, man. It was a bunch of them.
You know what's impressive about Hakeem's two championships with the Rockets?
What?
Like he don't have that elite point guard like like your Isaiah's, like your Magic Johnsons, Big O, or
Mm-mm.
like Chris Paul, like that to like feed him the ball like that. I don't know how he got it done winning two. That's hard. That's a
Well,
big
he had
man.
Kenny Smith. He had
No,
Kenny
he
Yeah.
Smith
did.
and
And
Sam
yeah, Sanford
Cassell.
still come off the bench.
Yeah,
No, he got solid guard play. I'm talking about like how a lot of this like like Kareem, right?
yeah,
Like he needs like all time like great point guard like your Magic or your Big O like that to feed him the
yeah.
ball.
He had super point guards.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's impressive what Hakeem did for those two championships.
Oh yeah, definitely his
Like
run.
because normally when you have a big like it's hard to win like if you don't have your point guard that's like elite.
But dog, back then, like great big men, they didn't have to have another elite like play at point guard. Like they just needed a solid point guard that was didn't make many mistakes, intelligent with the basketball. Like even like if you look at Patrick Ewing in the Knicks, like they got Derek Harper, he's out of his prime, but he was still a good player. Patrick got to the finals. He lost, but he got to the finals with a solid old point guard. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
hey,
They need a whole nother superstar. They
hey,
just
the
need a
Rockets,
competent point guard. You know what I'm saying?
the the Rockets game plan was very easy. Give the ball to Hakeem in the post and move.
Just
Oh no, wait, and let John start shoot.
Oh shit.
no, not just that. It wasn't just that. It's okay. You feed the ball to
I
Hakeem,
think it
right?
was just that. Give it to Hakeem.
No. It wasn't just that. Okay, you feed him the ball, right? That's true. But if you have two, three guys like crowding to him, right? He will throw the ball to like Kenny, Drexler, uh, who's
We had Robert
Mario
Ory.
Ellie. Like he will
Yeah.
pass to these shooters outside, and they will try to hit a shot.
Yeah,
Like
because
if you
he
crowded him,
he
yeah.
was so unstoppable that like they just ran everything through him. Like if you look at Hakeem, he was a good passer. So it's like, bro, you run everything through them. He forces a double team. You got the double team him. He was a force, bro. Like you didn't really need
Pat
or
Riley did a horrible job coaching too. He even said that himself. Like he did
yeah,
a bad job coaching too.
yeah, yeah.
But that John Stark shit, Dog, that's it. New York, another 50 years. That's it. New York back up.
Yeah, I mean, back then, as far as like post players, like dominant post players, you really ain't need that much, bro. Because everybody demanded double teams. David Robinson, Shaq, Hakeem, of course, Patrick Ewing. That was the era of big men, so you didn't really need no monster guards because they did everything, bro.
And you know what's crazy? Like Kobe Bryant was in the center. But think about it, 2012, you just asked for a competent point guard. You remember how
Oh yeah,
excited you got to get Ramon Session?
yeah.
Yeah, just give me a competent point guard, yo.
Well, see, by that time, what really hurt us is that remember Fisher was old when we in 2009, 2010,
Oh
he was
yeah, when
getting up
y'all won
there.
those two, yeah, like Fisher was getting up there.
So he was older. We had an older Derek Fisher by the time 2010 hit, 2012 hit. He's guarding all these fast point guards. So so that's all we needed was somebody who could kind of guard the point guard position, somebody who could give us a little bit of more scoring.
And Derek Fisher was like clutch. Y'all
Yeah.
got like Robert Horry and Derek Fisher. You're too much clutch
Hey,
players
hey,
on that three peat.
Yeah.
hey, back then when the Lakers got Ramon Sessions, hey, KB called me and he was excited.
Hell yeah. Cause we would get tore up defensively because Fish, as good as Fish was as a role player, he was older. So it was too much to ask of him. You know what I'm saying? Well, we
Yeah.
we done went to three straight NBA finals.
And then that's how you got like you lost in 2011. I think you guys like it's a 3 year run. Like it's hard.
Now, I
That's
don't
It's
why.
feel
hard.
bad for KB because when Derek Harper got to the Knicks, oh, the streets was
They go,
buzzing in New York City. When Derek Harper got to oh,
hell
they
That's
got
what
yeah.
I'm
those
saying.
championships.
That's what I'm saying. Like when like one of my Warriors went to a fifth straight finals. So the way they play the finals, like they're like making all these turnovers against the Raptors. I'm like, okay, I know what's going on. It's like the fire run. It takes a lot of toll on you.
Yeah, you in the
It's
Western
hard. It's
Conference.
hard. That's why like a 5 year run. Like we're the only team who go to five straight finals. I mean, Bill Russell did it like back in the days, but they weren't playing like 4 rounds. Like I think we're
Well,
the only.
the road to the finals is a bloodbath when you're in the Western Conference. So you're beat up. Like a lot of times, like look at Steph, right?
Uh huh.
Steph was dealing with injuries, and when they went 73-9, he was dealing with injuries. He had to battle through that whole Western Conference, bro.
Oh
Like
yeah.
that shit ain't
Even
no
though
joke, bro.
even though we won in five, right? That 5 game series, bro. Like not the Rockets. I felt. I mean, if Steph was healthy in the first 2 rounds, I felt we would have swept both the first 2 rounds at the very least. But even without, when Steph came back, Portland was throwing the kitchen sink and everything at us. The problem with them is I don't think they were like disciplined on defense. I think that's what like screwed them over the
Well,
years. That
Steph is better than Dame,
no, that's
so
true. That's one thing. But no,
that's
that is one thing. I'm not taking that away. I'm talking about like defensively. Like no, they got cooked around. Like we know Steph is gonna cook them, but it's like man, the others. Oh my god, it's like I watched this game. I'm like, you kidding me?
yeah. It's a battle, and that's why, like, I think Kobe, his 2010 run, the media, they act like that run was just that's one of the greatest runs of all time. You don't really hear the media even talk about
That's one of the best runs ever. Like I'll put 95 Rockets. I put them at number one because
it. We beat like 450-win teams, bro. We went through OKC in the first round.
oh yeah, oh, oh my god, yeah. If Paul Gasol did not tip that ball in, y'all in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, look what we went through.
OKC a juggernaut.
Look what we went through on that 2009 run was a great run, but it was even harder in 2010.
We'll do a lot about that.
Yeah, the media doesn't talk about it. They don't talk about the 2010 run, bro. They call if you call in the Celtics a super team, and Kobe had to beat all these 50-win teams and then play them in the finals. That man was playing with a broken finger. He was
Man,
playing with bone spurs in his ankles
bro,
and a bum knee, and that
that,
he
Hey, I'm
needed
about to lay it
surgery.
down. Y'all need help
that
later.
man, KB, that man is unconscious.
Yeah, dude, he needed surgery. See, a lot of people don't know this. He needed surgery on his knee, and he put it off. Right?
Was it in 2010, right? I heard he had to
Yeah,
drain his knees out
2010.
or something.
Uh, yeah. I mean, in
Yeah,
2011, that's when
Kobe,
he started really getting his
Kobe,
knee drained.
Kobe
He
has
got
the
in.
highest threshold in the history of the NBA basketball. Like it's not even close.
Yeah,
I
he played through pain, bro.
I ain't seen a guy that has the highest threshold like just handle this kind of pain. Like,
That's why I get so mad when people talk about stats. And I'm like, yo,
bro,
this
you
nigga was
can't.
playing through three different
No,
injuries. He had to change his shooting form in order for in order to be effective on the
and he
court.
still won.
And he's playing one of the greatest defensive teams of this era. And that has three Hall of Famers,
It's not
plus
just.
Rondo, who was one of the best point guards in the NBA at that time.
Oh wait, yeah, he was. Him and CP3, right?
Yeah, bro, they had monsters, bro. Like Ray Allen
It's not.
was
It's
because
not just that. It's like honestly, like in my opinion, like right. I think y'all needed like Artest. Because I don't think y'all winning 2010 without Artest. Like y'all needed his physicality.
we need a wing. We need another wing defender who can guard Paul Pierce
That was Artest, right?
While Kobe dealt with Ray Allen, or Kobe dealt with, because the problem in '08, the reason why they really destroyed us is because we were asking Kobe to do a lot because Ariza got hurt. Once
Like
Ariza got hurt, it really was difficult on Kobe to kind of like, damn, like, bro, I got to chase around Ray Allen.
that's
I
why I
got it.
don't. That's why I don't get mad. It's like 24 points with like inefficient. Like you, at least you gave me 15 rebounds, and then
But he
you
showed up in the
guarded.
clutch.
Yeah, and you guard them like against like Ray Allen, who's one of the like the top five best 3-point shooters in the history of the game. He guarded that.
And he made Ray Allen disappear in 2010.
Like Ray Allen, who's one of the most clutch players, he disappeared. Like he made him disappear. That's hard.
But that's why it's so epic that the media, they really don't want to give him credit, and that's one of the greatest runs in NBA history.
That's like honestly like if you say back to backs, not the '90s Rockets and the late like the later parts of Kobe's like two championships, right? Those
Yeah,
are like the two best back to back championship teams ever. Like in my eyes.
it's the hardest.
Yeah, the
It's the
hardest.
hardest.
I'll put the Rockets number one only because of the journey, like the teams. Oh my god, the teams they had to go through. So like, especially as a 6 seed, like you had every series you had to play a road game. Like you start on the road,
Yeah,
no home
but if
court
you
for you.
if you look at Kobe's runs to the finals, a lot of them are some of the most difficult runs in
Oh
NBA
yeah,
history. That's the reason why I'm so high on Kobe, because it's like, dude, I'm going through a gauntlet every single year. You
and I
have
don't
to run through San Antonio, which is a dynasty,
and I don't even
right?
have
That people say is a
yeah yeah.
dynasty. And bro, Tim Duncan ain't no joke. He was winning like 60 games.
Oh yeah,
to,
no. Phoenix was winning 60 games. No, what the Spurs was winning 60 games. Who else was winning 60 games other than
um
those three?
in the West, a lot of those teams were around 50. Around 50. I think the Spurs hit
I think yeah,
60.
OKC would win. OKC they looked like a 60-win team, but it was young. So if
The
they were like
Blazers, we had the Blazers, the Kings, the
OKC, always,
Spurs.
I've said this, man. When I started watching basketball, the one team I did not want to face was OKC, especially on the road, like back in the days.
Yeah, that
Like,
young OKC's team was a problem. They
like
weren't ready yet.
it wasn't just like even after James Harden left, OKC like it is something about them. Like they strike you fear. Like they
Mhm.
give you that thing. OKC's only flaw is they just didn't know how to close games. Like
Yeah, they
and
were they were young. They were young. They were younger, but they were
especially
they
when
they
we
were a team that could get you out of there. You had to respect them because of their talent.
that's why I said like I say when we played OKC right in 2016, I say OKC got the best starting five in the NBA. It's not even close. it's
Oh
gonna
yeah,
be yeah,
by 2016, yeah.
no,
By
yeah, like
2016, they were grown.
yeah, like they have grown, but their issue is like
Yeah.
that season was like they didn't know how to close down games, but then which led to like making like it's like it's so many turnovers on that team. Like is they just
They
and
didn't
it's
have any shooters. It was just
yeah, that's
KD and
one
Russ
thing.
taking
And that's
turns.
one thing. And another thing was like that season. I think like the Russ KD thing, like it's starting to drift apart a bit. Because I feel like Sam Presti is like yeah, like when Russell Westbrook won that MVP, that scoring title, right?
Hmm.
Then he said Sam Presti like messed that team up. He said, "Yeah, now this is Russell Westbrook's team." I'm like,
And that's where
and
they fucked up.
yeah, and KD the one that got you to the finals. Hey, at least KD can say I got us a first round victory without Russell Westbrook. When people
KD was arguably the best player in the league. You got him and LeBron, and then you say something like that, like KD gets hurt and now it's Russ' team. Like nah,
nah, it's
that's
like
where
yeah, that's where they drift apart. I felt that
that's where there's friction. Then you don't have any shooters, so the
because I
defense
felt
was able to collapse on KD more often than not. And then when he
because
passes the ball, who's gonna take the shot? Russell Westbrook is
it
not a
damn
great
sure
shooter.
and it damn sure not better not be Andre Robertson taking that
Nah,
shot.
he can't shoot. Nah, he can't shoot. He was a great defender
Yeah,
though, but
every time I see him take a shot, I'm like, yes, please take it.
yeah, but see that's the problem. Like basketball is about space, and so they the Thunder the Golden State Warriors were able to play small. They were able to speed up the game, get mismatches and things like that, and they walked down the Thunder, man.
Yeah,
They walked them down.
the only reason we got blown out in game 24 is because like with our Steph and Draymond, they kept turning the ball over like they
They
turn
had good defense. OKC, you're dealing with Serge Ibaka, you're dealing with Andre Robertson, you're dealing with Westbrook. They had good defenders on that team, man.
that's what I'm trying to say is like that I've seen like many content creators and especially on ESPN it's like which team is better like the 2012 Thunder, right? And this is Thunder, right? I'm like, bruh, the 2012 Thunder would destroy this team. And here's why.
Yeah,
No. Here's why.
I wouldn't say destroy. They
I
give them
wouldn't say
problems,
destroy.
man.
I'll give this OKC team one game. Cause
Damn,
no, I'm serious. You know
I
why?
think it'd be closer than that.
Yeah, you can say that. Maybe like some would say because of Westbrook's like those turnovers, right?
That and the fact that this OKC's team's tough, man. They're tough
But
all around.
my thing is dog, if you put Serge Ibaka in there, oh my god, dog, this you think Chet wanna beat that?
But the bench, look at the now. Serge was a good player, man.
Oh
Serge
yeah,
had
the
a
only
jump
thing
shot.
yeah. The only thing I'll give that 2025 is the bench. That's the only thing I can really give them there. I
Didn't Ibaka win Defensive Player of the Year?
no, but he was one of the best
No,
defense like
he definitely was one of the best defenders
shot
in the
blockers.
NBA.
Shot blockers. They call him what e blocker or something.
Yeah, you're not going up on Serge like that. His thing is shit.
Like because like that's one of the reasons why KD left the Warriors. Not kill. Like, he left the Thunder. It's like after that year, he
That was
wanted
the last straw.
he wanted no. It wasn't. I mean, the Serge Ibaka leaving OKC was his last straw, because he wanted him back on the team.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you gave away James Harden, and you really ain't get much back. You got Kevin Martin thing, but that didn't work out. But you gave away James Harden. You didn't want to pay him, and then you get rid of Serge. I
Yeah,
think
you
that's
once you remove Serge, I'm like okay, I'm out of here. Like I because I feel like because KD like before he left, right? He had just signed a previous extension that he around
yeah,
I don't know when he signed that previous extension, but he stood up for extra years to help to get this team to the finals again for them to compete. And
yeah.
you just took Serge Ibaka away. Like I didn't have a problem with KD leaving. My problem with KD is I felt that he didn't sit down with Russ and talk things out. Like if you feel like you're not coming back to the team, at least tell Russ. like have a dinner or something. Like KD just
Yeah,
kind of like ghosted him in a way. So I think that's why Russ got mad.
yeah. I mean, yeah, yeah.
Like that is
I
the
mean,
only thing I blame KD on. Side, bro, just talk to Russ.
but see, the thing with KD, my problem with KD is that you go to the team that beat you, right? And like he could have went anywhere else, right? But you go to the team that put you out the playoffs. That's the only thing. Like he had the right to
Yeah,
leave.
as a competitive standpoint, yeah, it ain't right. It's not right to go
I
to.
mean, your team, think about it. Your team is battling these niggas. Like you're in the trenches with Russ trying to battle these niggas and you lose to them. And then Russ sees you go over there and put on their jersey. you
Like because
know what I'm
when
saying?
LeBron went back to Cleveland, right, to team up, right, with Kyrie and Kevin Love, right.
Yeah.
I know it's two different situations, but it's like for me, it's like I didn't care. It's like I didn't even think my team. I don't even think my team was going back to the finals, going to the finals that year. So it's like even when we played them healthy or not, I didn't care if we had to face three guys, they are three-headed monsters. It's like we trying to win.
Yeah, I
Like
mean, it's with KD, like I said before, KD is one of my favorite players ever. But
he's just sensitive. Like
from a
he just too.
competitive from a competitive standpoint, right? I didn't like that.
It's like
But
my thing with KD, he should check Russ. Like in Draymond's situation when Draymond called him that, you
yeah,
should have gone behind the locker room and checked that dude.
yeah.
Like okay, we all know how we all feel about Dray. We know Draymond is gonna be goofy. Draymond's gonna do some stupid things. But dog, okay, dog, your name is Kevin bleeping Durant. Okay, like you can't let Draymond come out here and just like diss you like no, you can't let like Draymond come here straight to your face and call you the B word. Like nah,
Well,
we
I
going
think
back to the locker
well,
room.
well, remember KD said that they didn't even talk. Like they didn't even talk about it. Like the team, there was no team meeting or anything where they hashed things out. And that I think that's the reason why he was like, "Fuck this shit."
That's the
To
problem. If I'm KD, I'm going straight to Draymond. Even if Draymond don't want to talk, I'm no. We talking. We not like we not settling this thing unfinished. Cause
yeah.
you know how back in the days, you know how teams will fight in the locker room.
Oh yeah, nah,
The
he
shit
ain't
don't
gonna
go
do
right.
that.
No,
That's
no,
not
I'm not
KD's
saying.
personality.
No, I'm not saying fight, but at least like stand up. Like you didn't even like stand up and defend yourself. Like just say something.
He probably did, but there's only like he probably did. He probably had conversations with him,
Because
but
the thing, the
you know
thing
how
with
Draymond is, though.
the
He
thing with Draymond, the thing with Draymond is he would test you. Like we know Draymond's a fake tough guy, but I'm just saying Draymond would pick someone who's smaller than his size. So when Draymond tried to test the wrong person, he's like, okay, I'm not messing with that person. That's why he got to Poole. It's like I told like the thing with Jordan Poole, his only problem is he didn't even try to like do his setup. It's like you let Draymond threw us like what Saitama punch and then he just flew back.
yeah, but the problem with Jordan Poole is he walked up on Draymond and he had his hands down.
And he ran, and not just that, he ran his mouth before that. It's like the
Now Draymond was wrong,
no,
right? Because
we
you don't lay out your teammate
Draymond
like
was
that.
wrong. No, we know Draymond was wrong for that. But if I'm poor, I'm not gonna run my mouth disrespecting my vets on my team. Like I'm not trying that. Like Jordan Poole's mind is like this.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
get
you talk shit, right? In practice, practice
no,
gets heated, and you talk trash. Like he talks, I talk. You don't ever think it's
no,
gonna
no,
get to that.
no. That's what I'm saying. It's like we gotta know the balance. Like that's how my thing. My thing with Poole's like okay. My thing is this. I'm trying to. I'm about to get paid. I don't want to. I don't want to f up my money. I don't want to f up my situation. And I think that's what a lot of these young players today they kind of forget. Like like when you play well when you're like about to get your money, right?
Yeah,
But once you get your money, I feel like some of these players they start acting cocky. Like like that's why it took Pooh last year to like learn. Like okay, I can't. I mean, I can talk trash, but I can tone it down a bit. Like I don't want to like run my mouth too much.
Yeah,
If you
yeah, but you
if you
you got
talk,
to think about this. Draymond is a part of their culture, right? Like he's like the unofficial leader. Like your best player sometimes isn't the leader. Like even with Kobe, Kobe was the leader. He was the unquestioned leader of the Lakers, right?
oh, we know that. We know that.
But
No.
but guess who was our other leader?
Derek Fisher.
Derek Fisher. He was a captain, right? So Derek Fisher had a lot of cachet in the locker room and a lot of respect in the locker room. He's battle tested, right? He has stripes all over the place. So Draymond for the Warriors is the leader, right? Even though Steph is the best player,
Like, but no,
Draymond's the
like,
vocal leader.
like I know Draymond was wrong for that, but I'm just saying, like, my thing with the Warriors is, and another thing, I blame the Warriors PR team too. I'm like, why do you leak that into the TMZ? Like, what good does that even do?
Yeah,
You just won a championship and now you want to screw your team. It's so stupid with these
but
organizations.
your leader is your enforcer, right? So Draymond is their enforcer,
And
and so
I also felt that if we had like a David, like you know how championship teams, right? Like you want to have another like, yeah, sure, we got Draymond, but if we had like a, we used to have David West, but if we had like a Portis type player on the Warriors, right?
now you don't want that.
No.
Bobby Portis is knocking niggas out.
No. I mean, Jordan Poole was like, oh no, I'm not going to. No, but the thing is, Jordan Poole's like, no, I'm not going to trash talk to that guy right there. So
Yeah,
like,
you see, Bobby Portis, he ain't gonna let somebody punk him like that. He gonna if
no, like the thing with Portis, he will at least tell Draymond, no. He will at least like run in there and pull Draymond back at least. Like when Draymond got a pull, right? Everyone just stood there.
yeah,
It's like
because
they were looking at Jordan Poole like, nah, you asked for this. You sure you want to trash talk?
they and guess what? They probably got tired of him talking shit as a team, and probably was
And-
like shit.
oh
Because
yeah,
normally when something like that happens, everybody rushes to help him up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody rushes to help.
oh yeah. But that was a report, right? Actually, it was like 2 weeks ago. Actually, apparently, this whole Jordan Poole thing, right?
Mhm.
Before the punch, right? Actually, it started with Clay. They said that, which I actually knew about it like a couple years ago.
What started
It's
with Clay?
apparently no, it's apparently like you know how Clay was injured, right?
Hmm.
For those 2 years, and Poole was playing well.
Hmm.
Apparently, there's like a rift between Poole and Jordan Poole. Is like the starting spot thing.
Yeah.
Clay is like, I mean, in his right mind, like as a player, like we feel like this dude is taking my spot. Like because Clay has been like accomplished a lot in his career,
Hmm.
and he's been going through. It's not his fault. I think when Poole keep pressing for that starting spot, Clay is like, why does this guy keep thinking that he's a starter? Like like that's why like the rift kind of started.
Yeah. I mean,
Actually, no, this didn't start the Draymond. It didn't really start in the Draymond punch. That was the icing on the cake. To me, it started when once Clay came back. I think it was a week or two later.
mhm.
It something felt off with the Warriors.
Well, losing will do that to you too.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
we had
lose.
a stretch where we lost.
Yeah,
Like
and then
yeah,
and then you got a guy walking around, talking about how much money he makes and all that and stuff. So losing it get frustrating,
like
man. Guys
once
can get in your face.
once Clay flexed that full ring, I'm like, nah, this is not the Clay I used to know. Like something like it's like
But he
remember.
had the right to do that, though.
No. He had the right, but something seemed like off with that.
What do you mean?
Because when he won the other championships, like just say he won his third, right?
Hmm.
He could easily flex that. Yeah, I got 3 rings. I mean, we know Clay would talk shit, but he would talk shit in like in a quiet manner.
Yeah.
Like he would take a jab at you, but he would just go back and ball.
But see, guys
After,
was talking shit to Clay, and he had to
oh
let
yeah,
him know.
yeah.
Look, I got four of them things,
Oh
bro.
no, that's true. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't got none. You talking shit to me? I'm a champion. So
That's
he
why.
had to remind people. I don't have a
That's
problem with that.
that's why I'm glad the Warriors got Jamie, so Draymond could tone it down a bit. Not okay. Sure, Draymond may have crashed out in the T Wolf series, but it's not like as long as he's not crashing out all the way through like in the regular season like that, I'm cool. Like just don't get yourself suspended. That's all I care.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
I don't care if you get a technical ejection. Do not get suspended in a playoff game. Then I'm good.
yeah, yeah. With
That
Draymond is on the line. He's always on the line of going too far and stuff like that. But that's a part of what makes him great.
That's why I
Is
don't. I don't. That's why I don't get mad at Draymond. I don't even get mad at the other old school players that they are enforcers types. Sure, Draymond is not playing in this era where there's a lot of enforcers like that. But I'm just saying, like, I don't blame any enforcers from any era for like bringing that energy to the team.
yeah, you
Indiana,
got, but you got to look at this too. Like sometimes your run is over. You know, you make a run, you guys are on top for a couple of years, and then it's over. And then it's that part where you still got good players on the team, but it's not quite the same, right? Guys are aging, guys are getting older. You're playing with different lineups, and so it Draymond started to get frustrated because he's used to winning. He's used to this team dominating and competing.
the thing with Draymond is when he first got drafted, our first year, we were already in the playoffs. You see that?
Yeah,
First year playoffs. Like we went to the second round. We beat Denver. We upset Denver, right? Then
look
we
at
go.
J. Cole scream.
Then then we went 6 games against the Dynasty Spurs in 2013,
Yeah,
right?
but
Then
really, the addition of Draymond changed your whole team.
yeah, when
Like when
Draymond.
he entered the starting lineup, he changed
Oh,
like
that
that
shit,
dynamic.
man. We started like running and gunning.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah,
it's not that it's not that Steph can't play the point guard. I just think he's more effective off the ball.
yeah,
Just more scoring opportunities for him.
yeah, man. I mean, sometimes when your run is over, bro, that's what it looks like. Start having chemistry issues. Look at the Lakers when our run was over. Start
Oh
having
yeah,
chemistry
it was
issues.
hard.
Yeah, you
That's why
start having injuries pile up on your
That's why
stars.
I that's why I don't say anything bad about the Celtics in the late 50s, early 60s. Plus, it's like you know how hard is it to win 11 championships, like with a team that's stacked with a lot of Hall of Famers. A lot of egos needs to be checked.
But see, for them, they had different variations of that championship team.
No, no, that's true. But I'm saying in general, because when you have this much of Hall of Famers on the team, usually like your players get like into a butting hits like after a couple of years, right?
Yeah,
That's why you don't see like I mean just say uh what team that's stacked. I mean yeah, we know the Warriors how that thing fell out, but what other team that was all time teams that was stacked?
all-time team so stacked.
I mean we know about the LeBron thing, we know about the KD Warriors. I mean the KD Warriors, yeah, we kind of know after years like I felt KD was gone after like 2019. That's why I already knew it before the season started.
Well, it's hard to win. It's hard to win in the NBA because the NBA's of
It's the thing. That's why like you they keep talking about two easy rings, and I say it's like okay, yeah, sure, our team is great. We got Kevin right, but people don't understand that if you don't sacrifice your game or go go along with the plan, right,
yeah.
with your own agenda for the team, you're not winning a championship. Steph had to sacrifice most of his scoring
But that's
to.
an easy sacrifice to make when you
No,
got
no, no,
KD.
no. That's true. But I'm saying like even Draymond's game fell off. Like Draymond used to be the score, like the third scorer on the team. He sacrificed that big time.
But
That's why
he
his game fell off.
versatile, bro. You got to implement him more in the offense. You got so much firepower that he could go back to doing what he does best. He's
That's how
not
I
asking.
felt. That's how I felt. Steve Kerr kind of effed him up in like 2016, like OKC in the locker room. I'm like, dog, you can't treat Draymond like a robot. You had to let Draymond be Draymond in terms of like getting buckets. You turn him into a straight passer. Sure, you want Draymond to facilitate the offense, but say if like Steph or Clay like goes ice cold, right? You need
Mhm.
Draymond there at times.
It's hard. It's hard because you're trying to figure out what works and what doesn't work, and you're trying to win games at the end of the day. So it's tough.
Even the
It's tough.
Bulls, even the hardest one, the hardest team to like manage their egos is the Bulls in the late '90s.
Oh, the
Like,
Bulls had great leadership though.
no, it's not just that. They have a lot of turmoil in their locker room. Especially
Yeah,
the last
yeah,
year.
but the thing is that when you have great leadership, you could still win even though there's turmoil.
Like that
Like,
turmoil was mostly like the front office management, Jordan, like butting the two Jerrys and Jordan just butting his, and then Scotty with his contract and all that. It's like like
well, I think it was more that the owner didn't care about basketball.
yeah, it's still too.
He
That's
cared about more than his basketball team.
yeah, like Jerry Reinsdorf. He's the ones like he's still with the Bulls today, and they ain't won. They ain't even gone to the finals since Jordan.
What Duncan disrespect? J. Cole wilding. What Duncan disrespect? There's no Duncan disrespect. He wilding, yo. He ignorant as hell.
I thought he's still a Luca fanboy. I heard Luca lost a lot of weight, and his wife like putting up social media is like, yeah, my husband's eating veggies.
Yeah, but I mean, is he conditioning himself? Is he gonna be in basketball shape? You can lose weight and not
Oh,
be
I
in
can't I
basketball
can't
shape.
wait for NBC.
We'll see how he looks when the season starts.
But the only
You
thing
know.
the thing about Luca right now, he needs to focus on giving effort on defense. That's the first step.
Well, he's never gonna be a great defensive
No, no,
player, but
I don't need him to be a great. I'm saying effort.
yeah, I mean, yeah, but you got to surround him with other great defenders. Other good
Yeah, we
defenders,
have to
other
see
guys
what
who
they're
can
gonna
hide
do.
him.
Yeah.
Just like, you know, um, just like Steph, you got to surround him with an Iguodala, or what I mean, or multiple, wing defenders who can kind of cover up his deficiencies. And then he really made an effort to become a better defender himself and get stronger and stuff like that, so he could
Yeah,
hold his
like
own
after
weight.
2016, the way that ended is like, nah, he had to get better.
He had to because they were targeting him.
Steph got better the years after that, but it's like I felt that his real jump was like 2020 when he like after the injury he hit the weight room.
Yeah, because it's
That's what
embarrassing
players.
when
That's what players had to do.
because look, pride kicks in after a while. Every player plays with a certain should have a certain level of pride, and when teams are attacking you one on one on defense all the time, you have to be able to hold your own. That way, they stop doing it. They stop
That's
trying to, you know, pick on you.
that's how I say about Shea or Halliburton. A lot of these younger players, they will have to take the weight room a bit more seriously. I'm not saying they should. I'm not saying they need to buff up all the way, but I'm just saying take it a bit more seriously. Cause in the playoffs, right? Like tonight, when you watch the games, you notice some of the calls that Shea usually got.
Yeah.
They say, nah, not tonight. I don't care if your ass is down the ground. Wait, take your ass up and run back on defense. That's what they told him.
Well, I thought that Halliburton's defense was good, right?
In the
Tonight they
second
tried
half,
to,
yeah, in the second half, he started like getting on Jalen Williams.
yeah.
Like he
And
took a block on that.
yep, he was able to make a play for his team, and that and you don't have to be Gary Payton. You just have to be able to hold your ground, to hold your own. And what that's going to do is that's going to help your team get stops so you can win. At least hold your own. Don't be a liability.
I need to check. I need to check how many points in the paint Indiana gave up tonight. Plus, OKC was getting points easily from there.
J. Cool ignorant. Yeah. The Chris Paul trade, it fucked up the team, or
Well,
the non-trade.
Davis Turner ain't gonna let Kobe support, let outshine LeBron or let him get past Kobe. Jordan.
Yeah, it was an NBA agenda to stop us from
Why they
winning.
do this?
But but
Wait,
that's
wait.
why I,
Uh,
but that's why I say what I say um about Kobe is that to me it was him versus the NBA. You know what I'm saying? It was him versus the league. The league was trying to move on, but he was still on top. So it was
yeah,
hard. It
Kobe.
was hard to move
You
on.
know, because like how normally you get into. Oh yeah. Anyway, Indiana got 40. They allowed 48 points in the paint.
Yeah,
OKC allowed 50, which I'm surprised. Because it looked to me when I watched the game, OKC was getting whatever they wanted in the rim until like the fourth.
yeah, they were, but the points in the paint are probably on fast break for the Pacers. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm. Yeah, actually,
So
yeah,
that so
it's true. Yeah, they're trying to put end to Kobe on that. Like after the fifth one, they say, okay, that's it. You can't let you like win anymore.
well, what did Dwayne Wade said? Dwayne Wade said we got to
Nah,
stop
they're
this
trying.
mother.
Yeah, they was just trying to like.
We got to stop this motherfucker from getting sick. That's
They
what
know
he said.
this because they know that's how the NBA they knew they like we cannot have the Lakers in the finals another year after that. It's like no, if he because if Kobe mess around and go back to the finals in like 2000 within the next 3 years, right after the fifth, right?
Yeah,
They're in danger.
but that would have destroyed a lot of shit. If he would have won again, that would have destroyed everything because
Because
you
what
you
you
said
did.
what?
Okay, just say if they beat the Suns in '06, right?
Yeah.
Do you think they were going to the finals that year? Just say if they beat the Suns.
If we beat the Suns, anything's possible.
Cause
Because
because
we
I feel
beat the
like
2 seed, and then we know Kobe destroys the Spurs almost every time he plays them. Now the problem would have been against Miami.
oh, not
My
it's not that you know how that series. You know how they officiated that whole series.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they were like okay, let's give Dwayne Wade 1,000 free throws. Okay, let's.
Miami, yeah, but see Miami would have been a problem for us because they had some good players on that Heat team.
And it wasn't just that. We also know what the league agenda was that time. It's like, no, we can't let Kobe win, especially against Shaq on the other team. Nah, yeah, they had to do that like they did to Dallas.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and y'all go check out my breakdown of Game 7. I did a breakdown because that Game 7 hasn't been on YouTube in as a whole. Like you got some people attempting to break it
Is
down.
that is that the full game 7?
Yeah, I broke down the full game.
Wow, you had to game. Okay, I need to go back and watch because I haven't seen that game 7. I only seen like game 4 of that series, the entire game.
Yeah, yeah. Go back and watch Game 7. I break
How
the
many
whole
parts
thing
is that?
down.
Is that only 2 parts?
Yeah, I made it 2 parts because it's a long breakdown. It's about a
Okay.
4 hour breakdown. So I broke it up in 2 parts, and so like, but you got a lot of people online talking about that series, but they don't know what happened in that series. So, and look, it was 20 years ago, so a lot of people
Oh,
don't
that's
remember.
true. It's almost 20 years. That's a long time.
Yeah, so a lot of
Time
people don't
runs fast.
remember like certain things that happened, the nuances, like what were we running, how did we play, what was our strategy, and so I went through
the effort that nobody's ever done until now. Nobody's ever brung the only one in the world that broke down that footage. So you're talking to the only man in the world who broke down
You
that
broke
game.
down the whole entire like footage of that.
Yeah. You can only find it on my channel, nowhere else. You have some people they broke it in highlight,
But
but
not
they
the
still
entire.
yep,
They
they
can't
still
find
don't
the
break down.
entire.
Nope. And thanks to Kelvin, I was able to get a hold of that footage
Oh, Kelvin
and
had the full footage.
yeah, he uploaded it.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Man, thanks to Kelvin for that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because I was trying to get my hands on that game, but I couldn't find it online.
It's hard though. It's like so many of Kobe's like great games. They keep erasing it. I'm like, is that how
Oh
much
yeah.
they despise him just because of a case, of a SA case?
Well, you got to think you got a player, right, in a whole decade who had one of the greatest runs, and so you have to, yeah, in order to do the narrative that they want to do, they have to shade him. They have to erase him because
I think they got mad when Kobe came back in like the way he went off in 06, 07, right?
oh
They're
yeah.
like, we trying to put this guy away, but he just wouldn't go away. So they had no choice but to like put him back in the finals because like he was just that great.
Well, we had some really good players on our team, like Pau Gasol. We had Andrew Bynum. We had some size, but what Kobe was able to do with that team, him as an individual, bro.
Like
Like,
I look at that roster. I'm like, how do y'all even win this? Like, how do y'all win with those? Like, I look at the roster. I'm like, not forget the starters. We know what the starters is. The bench.
but check this. This is what makes the run so special. We didn't have another shot creator on the team. He was the only one out of all the perimeter players. He was the only one who could create his own shot. So
Oh yeah, yeah. And Paul would
yeah,
get on the block, right?
I'm talking about the 2000, like for the 2010 Lakers. Like
Oh yeah,
we
yeah. Kobe was the only one. Yeah, that's true.
yeah. Now I'm talking about the perimeter.
No,
Like
that's what
out
I'm
of all
saying.
the
Like Kobe, yeah.
yeah. Now Powell, we know Powell can create his own shot, but out of all the other,
Like if you're going by all around
he was
on the court.
okay, but he's not a shot creator. Lamar Odom, he's a slasher. He's a passer. He's a playmaker. He's not a shot creator. We had Ron Artest. He was he was okay, but he's
That
not a creator.
to me that's the one big addition y'all really needed to beat that team.
Yeah,
That because I
he
felt
at
if
that.
y'all because like just say if y'all played just say if Boston didn't get hurt right and they went to the finals right.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all beating that year either because it's like y'all. I felt y'all needed like another like one more dog on your team like Ron Artest.
What year are you talking about?
I'm talking about 2009 before you got Artest.
We won the '09.
No. I know that, but I'm telling you, if y'all face Boston again,
We probably would have beat them in '09 because we got Trevor Ariza back. Trevor Ariza was healthy in '09.
was Bynum there still? Or was Bynum playing?
Yeah,
Or was this?
Bynum was there, but he played limited minutes because he was dealing with injuries.
I'll put it as a toss up because I don't know who will win that one. But the 10, I felt like if you had this, if you had Artest, I'm like okay, I'm more confident that y'all
Remember
can win.
in
Yeah.
'09, in '09 we ran more. We ran more. We had more athleticism.
Oh yeah, that works against Boston, right? Who loves to play slow, right?
Yeah, but Pau Gasol was different. Like he was a different animal at that point. Um, he was more aggressive. He was ready at that point in time. And then we had Andrew Bynum got a little bit better. Um, Kobe, he gained that experience from losing uh, against the Celtics. And then you had Trevor Ariza, who, I think he played great that year. Um, and so we were played fast. We were ready. We had a great bench. They were called the bench mob. We had a good bench. They did their job, right?
Which
Sasha,
team? Which team was
Farmar.
better? Which team was better, the 2009 Lakers or the 10? Between the two teams.
Shoot, my favorite is the 2009
Uh huh.
because we were more athletic. We had Shannon Brown and all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think, like, as far as athleticism, bro, that 2009 team.
Because I can tell a difference other than the Artest addition to the team. Because I felt like Artest was a huge factor against like.
Yeah, he was a huge
Because I
factor
felt that
against,
was a huge factor. Like, just say he would get on Popius, right? You can get on some of these players' head.
but you got to think the reason why we got our test is because we lost the reason. The reason left because he got a
Oh,
payday.
well, yeah.
Remember? So if
He
we would
went
have
back to
kept
what, Houston, right?
Ariza, huh?
He went to Houston, right?
Yeah, he went to Houston. He got a big payday in Houston, and so if we would have had Ariza could have did the same things Artest did. Trevor, but Ron did his job. Rob came in there. He hit some big shots, right? He hit some big shots. I think he hit the game winner and put back. Um, so Ron hit a clutch dagger three, you know, in the in 2010. He said I clickbait. I didn't clickbait. I talked about the Pacers earlier.
No, we talking about we talked about the Pacers. He just came in late.
Yeah, your late ass.
He busy hanging out with his boy, long lost brother, Jay Z.
He's with Diddy right now because they live. He lives in Manhattan. So
Oh yeah. Well, is he near Diddy's area or is it near Jay Z's area?
yeah, he's right. They live in the same area.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, it must be expensive living in New York.
But see, that's the thing. Like I think that 2009 team, they were more fun to watch. Like as far as how we played.
Cause like when I look at the 10 team, it's more like fundamentally y'all were like the defensively, y'all was locked in more defensively in the 10 than the 9. Like y'all actually have to like play well on defense.
Oh yeah, yeah, we played well
Like
on
because
defense.
like okay, like Kobe is the only like actual like shot creator, right?
Yeah,
All around like 3 level scoring, right?
yeah.
Then the other guys will do their own roles. Like Powell will get on the block. He'll take some mid range. He'll be on his role.
And that Kobe Bryant pick and roll too. Like with him and Pau Gasol, the pick and roll was hard to stop. So they complemented each other perfectly. Like once Powell got there, he was such a compliment to Kobe's game. Like it was hard to beat him. It was hard to beat us.
Were you surprised? Were you surprised the Heat lost in 2011?
Hell yeah. Everybody was healthy, like there was no injuries, and they lost. Yeah, I was shocked just like everybody else. Because I was trying to figure out, I was like trying to figure out why LeBron was struggling
I
so
went.
much.
I went back and watched that whole game four. I think last year I did. I watched it on YouTube. I watched the entire game four from
Mhm.
start to finish. I look at the fourth quarter and I'm looking at Brown like, no, shoot the open shot. Now he's like, nah, I'm gonna pass. Because
Yeah,
Miami had this game in control until the fourth quarter. Like it's like tonight's game. Like OKC had the game in control until the fourth quarter. The fourth.
yeah,
They just collapsed down the stretch.
yeah. I think the whole world was shocked because we didn't expect that. Like, like it's one thing to lose, but then it's another
Uh-huh.
thing to like the way he played. I think it surprised everybody.
And who will play? JJ Barea is underrated. Who's on
Hell,
fire?
Jason Terry,
Both of them.
Jason Kidd was good. You had Tyson Chandler down low, Sean Marion, Stevenson. Yeah, they had a good team. They wiped the floor with us.
And not just that, they didn't even who they don't have Karan Butler, who he was out for the whole season.
Yeah, Karan
He
Butler
like
was
that was
tough.
their second best player on the team, and he was out.
Yeah, that 2011 run was a great run in NBA history, one of the best ever.
If Indiana pulls this off, where would you rate this one if they win?
It's a pretty good run. I wouldn't say it's anywhere near the top, you know, but it's a
I'll
pretty
put
good
this.
run.
I'll put this as like one of the top. Like I'm looking at like damn.
But
Like
beating 68 win team in the finals means something though. You can't take that away from
not just that you beat 64 win the Cavs, right?
who
Like the Pacers.
did they beat? Did the cat? Oh yeah, they
Yeah,
did
yeah,
beat
yeah,
the
yeah. They
cat.
beat the Cavs to like 64, right?
Yeah, that'd
Everyone
be
thought
that.
I thought the Cleveland Cavs would win like at least 6 games because I have enough respect for the Pacers at the very least. I didn't think Indiana would just walk them down in 5 just like that. That I
I
didn't.
think I,
That did not.
I think when you look back, I think when you look back, it'll do wonders for Halliburton's career.
Oh
Like,
yeah, he'll win this. Oh my god.
cause look at all the narratives around it, right? Like he's overrated, he's this, he's that, and then he comes back and responds in an epic fashion. Like
Because
this would probably be the best clapback in NBA
oh
history
yeah,
as far as.
history. Yeah, NBA history clapbacks on this one. And
And if
it's
he
not.
wins this, he should be an example to all of the younger generation as, listen, this is how you deal with criticism. You produce, and the
That's
criticism will go away. Nobody can say nothing now.
that's why.
All them
That's
niggas who
why.
said that are quiet right now.
That's why I want Indiana to win this. I like OKC, but I feel like it's something in Indiana. They just won this.
Well, it's not over yet.
Yeah, it's not over yet. Game 4 will really decide for both teams.
Yeah, like just
Because
like
my
Shay,
only
we can't give Halliburton nothing yet. He got to close the deal.
yeah, because my only issue in Indiana is okay, like they won game 1, right? But
Hmm.
it's like they only led for 1 minute on like the road. That's crazy, and they are just surprisingly they tied the series
Yeah,
because
this
by right
this is
OKC is supposed to be up 3-0.
this is definitely with Halliburton playing the way he's playing. Nobody can say shit to him ever again. Even if he never wins another ring,
You can't
he
talk.
could he could
Yeah.
he could talk shit forever, bro. Like if he
No,
wins.
this is one of the one ring thing that I'm like, this is one of those runs that if I win one ring, I don't even care if I win another ring or not. I'll be like, okay, y'all can't talk shit about me because I won that one ring that y'all was saying that I was overrated.
Well,
Can't say,
also consider this. He's in Indiana. Indiana don't have no championship.
bro, they
So
don't, and because their last championships are all from the ABA.
yeah, so when you look at Indiana as a franchise, like he'll go down in history as the greatest pacer to ever live. You know what I mean? So even if he just gets this one and he don't get nothing else, he's already cemented himself in history.
And it's not just that the Pacers, they don't get that kind of. You know how the league they promote certain teams that they want to be in the finals, right?
Yeah.
Only push I would think of that they got was until the conference finals against the Knicks because they want some of their rivalry like back.
Hmm.
After that, it's all been Indiana's work. It's like because they've been pushing the Knicks, and right now I think they're pushing the Thunder to win this one. But if Indiana pulls this off, no, they can't say nothing about. They can't say nothing wrong about the Pacers because
We all have to shut up. We all
yeah,
have to shut up.
I
Like
picked
so
when the Cavs took 2-0 lead against the Cavs, I've said Indiana's going to the finals. I said it then. Even Two Raw even said that. Everyone was clowning him.
well I went on Hendo's live stream and had a conversation about the Pacers. I didn't believe in them at all. And
Like
so
for
I
me,
have to shut up.
because for
I have
me,
to,
because I had to do that too, like the second round, because I was like, okay, I picked 6 games only because I respected Indiana to win at least 2 games. But I didn't think Indiana would just go in there and just walk in. down like that, especially in Game Five. They were like down by 20 like early in the game, right?
Hmm.
And Halliburton started suddenly got on fire. Just did it strike back?
But yeah, but do you see the sense of urgency he's playing with? Wants to win. Like he wants to win. Like
No, yeah, you
he
can tell.
yeah, he's going
Like
out there trying to prove some shit for real. And
I think
I respect that. I really do respect that.
I think Indiana is playing more sense of urgency than OKC, in my opinion. Like, sure, OKC won game two, but if you look,
I don't know. I wouldn't say that because they're trying to win.
oh, they're trying to win. Yeah, that's true. But it's like something about Indiana is like they just trying to like.
It might be their time.
It's
You
like
know, it
they
might
send.
be.
It's like they sending the message to OKC. It's like, no, we're not scared of y'all. Like, y'all might be a 68 win team, but we don't fear y'all.
But sometimes you run across uh, teams and it's just their time. You know.
Cause like the thing, OKC's biggest problem is, you say, do you think their rebounding has improved this year from last year?
Oh, let me do this since I have the platform. Let me do something real quick and then I'll answer your question. Um, that report, Chris Webber actually responded to that report about him and Doug Christie. He says it's a lie. So anybody out there pushing that narrative, he said he coming after y'all. So I suggest y'all take that shit down. It's not true, according to Chris Webber. He has addressed the rumors and said he did not engage in any activity with Doug Christie's wife, and so he's claiming he didn't have nothing to do with that, and y'all might want to fall back off that.
Oh, yeah, I saw that report. I'm like, at first, I'm like, I don't know what to believe. So I'm like, I just need someone to come out there, like a Chris Webber or somebody to like address this, like at least say something, like because if they left it, we would have been like, there's be suspicions around it.
But it's not in his character. Like at first, I questioned it because it's not in his character. But then I started believing it. I was like, damn, is this real? This is fucked up.
I mean, it's like no, it's like ever since the DD case, it's like we can't like every other like case like this, right? You have to like put in your back mind the questioning about these. You know what
Hmm.
I mean? So it's like the thing that Chris Webber came out and talked about it, address the situation. Just do that. Like let's shut this argument down.
Yeah, yeah. So I had to
Let's say
put
if
that
you
out
do that
there.
again, we're gonna come after you. Like at least say something. Like no.
Yeah, I just felt obligated because I seen J. Cool brought up his name, so I
Oh,
just
okay, yeah.
felt obligated to say that on his behalf because, bro, if that report is not real about him and it's not true, that's fucked up, bro. That somebody create a narrative and try to paint him in that light, uh, that's fucked up. So I just wanted to
Okay,
address
see.
that. But what was your question?
What was the question I said? I forgot. Oh yeah, yeah. If, for like OKC, right? Do you think they improved the rebounding from last year?
Yeah, definitely. With the addition of Hartenstein, they definitely crashed the boards and able to also defend and play. They have a lot of options. Like they can play big, they can play small, and so that gave them, a different look on both sides of the ball. So yeah, they definitely improved as far as rebounding.
I'm surprised the double big lineup. Yeah, it worked against Denver because Denver, I don't think they speed up the pace like that.
Well, I think they were trying to match up with Dallas too, because when
Then,
when when they
oh,
played
you mean?
Dallas, that's what they were missing.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. They didn't have that, right?
Yeah. So, but I'm about to close this stream, man. Oh, we're gonna see what happens
Oh yeah, I
the
got
next
I got
game.
last. I got one more question
Yeah.
for the finals. What do you think about the 3 day between like in between games? like between game 1 and game 2, like like they're stretching out, right? Do you think they should limit it to like every 2 days?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, because I feel like okay, like this game 4 is on Friday, right? At least it's 2 day, like tomorrow and then Friday, right?
Hmm.
Like they keep putting like I just prefer the 1 day in between.
Yeah, I don't like too many
It's like
days off.
it's like okay, we watched game 1, right? Game 1 was a close game, right? At the end, then game 2 is like a complete blowout. And then I was thinking to myself, do I have to wait another 3 more days? Like I mean, 2 more days in between just for another blowout? Cause
Yeah. Well,
that's what
I
that's
hope
what I
it's
saw
not a
last year.
blowout.
Yeah,
I
thank
hope
God.
it's
Yeah, I
not a
hope it's
blowout.
not. Yeah,
But it's gonna be a
game.
must-win. Game 4 is gonna be a bloodbath,
Oh
bro.
no, game 4 is gonna be a game 4 will really tell what OKC is really made of.
They gonna come in.
This game,
OKC's gonna come in and they gonna try to destroy them niggas.
this game 4 is gonna be like how the Warriors had to go down 2-1 against Boston, come back on the road in game 4, and prove themselves.
Yeah.
No way other
Yeah.
around. There's no other way around it. You lose, they lose game 4, and you know why I say if they lose game 4, it's over. This is
Wow.
this is the team they have. They are not a veteran team in terms of age. You
Yeah.
do
I mean
not.
that could factor in,
That's
but
true. This is the
let's not
NBA.
forget. Let's not forget though. It's possible because they're supposed to be up 3-0. So it's possible they can come back down
No,
three
no,
one.
no. That's why I'm not. I won't be surprised if they come back 3-1. But I'm just saying, sometimes that can affect certain players on a young team. Like I've
Yeah.
seen that with the Suns in 2021 with their bench, with their young players, right?
Hmm.
They like collapse after game 5. Like game 5 that collapsed they did.
Yeah. It's not likely that they come back, but I want to put them. I want to.
Yeah, yeah. Like since that 2016, I was like, okay, nothing. Like we can't screw around with no like game like
No,
when you're up 3-1. Like, I don't put anything past it. Especially we don't know what the league does. You
because they could easily win the next game and tie the series. You know. So
like the thing. If Indiana wants to win this, they have to win the home games. That's all I can say.
well, they stole one on the road, so they're good. They're in
No,
good
they're
shape.
good, but I'm saying like the way I looked at game 2, I'm like, okay, if Indiana just say they come back from, or if they play game 5 or game 7, right?
Mhm.
Can they protect the basketball to keep themselves in a close game and win a game? Because the first 2 games, right, in the first half, they look overwhelmed. First half.
Yeah,
And we know how at home and the road are 2 different things in the playoffs.
yeah. We'll see. We'll see,
Yeah.
man. We'll check it out, man. When's you said game 4 is Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
we'll
I'm
check.
glad it's on Friday. I'm happy it's on Friday. I can't wait for another. I can't wait 2 games, 2 days in between for another
Yeah,
game.
we'll see what happens, man. But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna close this one out, and I might do a live on Friday as well. So we'll see what happens, man. I appreciate you coming up here and
I
having
got
this
in.
conversation.
I got Indiana winning game 4 by 8 points. I'll leave it at that.
Damn.
Close game.
All right. We'll see if your prediction is true.
I say by 8 points, but I don't know what's the score.
We'll see. We'll see if your
Okay.
prediction is true, man. But I appreciate all of you guys for watching. Peace.
Peace.